The smartest car upgrades aren't sold at any dealership, and most drivers never even know they exist. Beneath the ordinary car you drive every day sits a smarter, sharper, far more capable version of itself. These 50 inventions are how you unlock it. A few will surprise you. A few feel impossible. And the closer we climb to number 1, the harder they are to look away from. A jammed seatbelt and a sinking car turn seconds into everything. This keychain tool clips on and solves both problems at once: a spring-loaded point that shatters tempered glass on contact, and a hidden blade that slices through a stuck belt like paper. It cuts through the chaos in one motion, without the panic of clawing around the floor mats for a way out. It's the smallest thing on this list, yet the one you'd be most grateful for on the worst day of your life. Tired factory wheels can age a car faster than anything under the hood. Snap on a set of these sporty covers, and dull steel rims instantly read as sleek, aggressive alloys for a fraction of the cost of the real thing. They clip on in minutes with no tools, shrug off curb scuffs and road grime, and completely rewrite the character of your car from the ground up. For the price of a tank of gas, the whole car looks years newer from the curb. Frozen mornings have a way of stealing 10 minutes you never planned to lose. Drape this magnetic cover over your windshield the night before, and the ice, frost, and snow pile up on the fabric instead of the glass. While the whole street is out there scraping and shivering, you lift one sheet of fabric and roll away on glass that's clear. The magnetic edges grip tight against wind, even on an exposed driveway, and the soft lining never scratches the glass. Folded down, it disappears into your trunk until winter cools again. Every dog owner knows the aftermath fur woven into the seats, muddy paw prints, that faint smell that never fully leaves. This waterproof hammock stretches across the back seat and turns it into a sealed, scratch-proof sanctuary. Your pet rides in comfort can't tumble into the footwell on a hard stop, and your upholstery stays factory fresh. When the trip ends, it unclips and wipes clean in seconds, leaving no trace anyone was ever back there. Most car air fresheners either scream chemical pine or quit after 2 days. This smart diffuser does neither. A motion chip senses when you start driving and releases a fine, even mist of premium fragrance, then powers down the moment you step out. Adjust the intensity to taste, let the soft ambient light glow at night, and slide into a cabin that feels expensive long before you turn the key. Thieves no longer need to touch your keys to steal your car. They amplify your fob signal from outside your front door and drive away. This Faraday box ends that overnight. Drop your key inside, and a shielded lining blocks every signal in and out, making relay attacks completely useless. It looks like a handsome little case on your counter, but it runs without batteries, setup, or any app to fuss with, just a place to set your keys. And it shuts down one of the biggest security loopholes modern cars have. On a long drive, the back seat can be either a battlefield or a private cinema. Clip this mount to the headrest, lock in a tablet, and suddenly the kids are lost in a film instead of asking how much longer. It pivots to any angle, holds everything from a phone to a full-size iPad, and frees you to focus on the road. The argument over screen time ends before you've even left the driveway. Watch the wheels on a high-end luxury sedan, and you'll notice the badge never spins. It stays perfectly upright, even at highway speed. These floating center caps bring that hypnotic trick to any car. Weighted to stay level while the wheel rotates around them, they keep your logo crisp and readable, whether you're parked or flying down the interstate. It's a small, mesmerizing detail that quietly makes the whole wheel look more expensive. Fumbling with a cable while merging into traffic is a small daily hazard most of us ignore. Set your phone near this mount and motorized arms clamp shut automatically, locking it in place while fast wireless charging kicks in. Lift it away, and the arms spring open on their own. Navigation stays at eye level. Your phone never dies mid-route. Your hands stay on the wheel, while the mount does the one job it was built for. A low tire always seems to find you miles from the nearest gas station. Pull this cordless inflator from the glove box, set your target pressure on the digital screen, and walk away. It stops itself automatically the instant the tire is full. It spares you the tangled hoses, the hunt for coins, and the long wait at the air pump. It tops off bikes, sports balls, and air mattresses too, and a built-in light lets you handle a flat on a pitch-black shoulder. One of driving's most stressful surprises shrinks into a 90-second non-event. And we're just getting warmed up. The upgrades from here start turning heads, not just saving you money. The first second on a sun-baked leather seat can feel like sitting on a stovetop in shorts. This ventilated cushion ends the misery by drawing air through thousands of tiny perforations, sending a steady cool breeze across your back and legs as you drive. It runs straight off a USB port, fits almost any seat, and keeps you dry on the kind of sweltering afternoon that usually leaves your shirt soaked through. Most emergency tools sit forgotten until disaster strikes. This one earns its keep every single day. It's a phone charger and power bank you'll actually use on the commute, but hidden inside are a glass breaker, a concealed seatbelt cutter, a flashlight, a red warning beacon, and an SOS alarm. 7 life-saving functions folded into something the size of a charger. Quiet, forgotten preparedness, until the one moment it saves you. Waiting for a cold engine to finally breathe warm air is one of winter's small tortures. Plug this compact heater into the 12-volt socket, and it blasts hot air within seconds, clearing fog and frost from the inside of your windshield while your real heater wakes up. The base swivels a full 360 degrees, so you can aim warmth at the glass or straight at your frozen hands. A bitter cabin becomes bearable almost instantly. Sand, mud, and snow share one cruel talent: swallowing a spinning tire and refusing to let go. Wedge these traction boards under the wheels, ease onto the throttle, and the aggressive teeth bite in, launching you back onto solid ground. It spares you the tow truck call, the shovel, and the helpless weight on the shoulder. They stack flat in the trunk, double as a leveling ramp at camp, and can rescue a 2-ton vehicle with nothing but your own 2 hands. The cabin at night is usually a dull, dead space until this lighting kit wakes it up. Hidden strips tuck under the dash and seats, washing the footwells in any color you choose, sync to your music, or set to a slow, premium glow. Control it all from your phone or a small remote. In seconds, an ordinary interior feels like the inside of a custom show car. That glowing check engine light has bullied drivers into overpriced repairs, for decades a symbol that says something is wrong, but never what. Fixed finally translates it. Plug this sensor into your car's port, open the app, and it explains the problem in plain English, rates how serious it really is, and estimates the repair cost. No more blind trust at the shop, no more dread, just the quiet confidence of knowing exactly what your car is telling you. Knowing exactly where your car sits at every second, used to demand a dealership subscription and a maze of wiring. This magnetic tracker slaps under any car in seconds and streams its live location straight to your phone. Whether you're keeping an eye on a new driver, guarding against theft, or tracking a vehicle that isn't where you left it, the answer is always one tap away. Waterproof, discreet, and small enough to vanish under a bumper, it runs for weeks between charges, turning a moment of worry into instant certainty. There's a moment on every road trip when the trunk is full, the back seat is buried, and someone's bag still won't fit. A rooftop cargo box erases that moment, This aerodynamic hard shell mounts to your crossbars and swallows luggage, camping gear, and skis without stealing a single inch of cabin space. It locks tight, shrugs off rain and highway wind, and turns a cramped weekend escape into a trip where everyone and everything finally has room to breathe. The best adventures are the unplanned ones until bedtime arrives and there's nowhere to sleep. This inflatable mattress turns your back seat into a surprisingly flat, comfortable bed in minutes. It fills the footwell gaps to create one continuous surface, inflates with the included pump, and supports 2 adults for a night under the stars. Festivals, road trips, or a roadside rest when you're too tired to push on your car becomes a full bedroom whenever you need one. Arms full of groceries and a trunk you have to fight open, it's the small annoyance luxury buyers paid thousands to erase. If your car already has a powered tailgate, this kit adds the magic touch, a wave of your foot under the bumper, and the trunk opens and closes on its own. One small upgrade, and your everyday car suddenly behaves like a $60,000 SUV. If you think these are clever, wait, the top 30 is where your car stops looking ordinary and starts looking custom. There are moments when being seen is the only thing that matters: a breakdown on a dark shoulder, an emergency, a hazard others are racing toward. This compact strobe attaches to the windshield and throws aggressive, attention-grabbing flashes in multiple patterns, cutting through fog, rain, and night. It powers off the 12-volt socket and switches on the instant you need it. Tuck it into the door pocket. It weighs almost nothing until the night you suddenly need to be seen. When visibility decides everything, it makes absolutely sure nobody can claim they didn't see you. Camping usually means wrestling poles in the dark on cold, uneven ground. This canopy attaches to the open rear hatch of any SUV or hatchback, extending your cabin into a sealed, weatherproof room in under a minute. Sleep stretched out off the dirt, shelter from sudden rain, and keep the bugs out behind full mesh walls. Your everyday ride unfolds into a base camp wherever the road ends. Ever notice how the turn signals on expensive German cars seem to flow instead of just blink? That effortless, modern sweep used to be a luxury-only detail. These hidden LED panels bring that exact animation to almost any vehicle. Tucked behind the mirror glass, they vanish completely until you signal, then a sequence of light scrolls outward in a smooth, liquid wave. It's a subtle upgrade that elevates the whole car. The kind of detail that makes a 5-year-old model feel freshly redesigned. When a wheel drops into a rut miles from pavement, a flimsy factory jack is worse than useless. This hydraulic recovery jack lifts a fully loaded vehicle with smooth, controlled pumps and the muscle to match serious off-road work. It rises higher, holds steadier, and lets you change a tire, clear an obstacle, or free a stuck rig on the kind of soft, broken terrain where ordinary jacks simply sink into the ground. Real capability for the moments farthest from help. A sudden hailstorm can hammer a car full of dents and erase thousands of dollars of value in minutes. This inflatable cover stands guard before the first stone falls. It wraps your vehicle in a cushion of air that absorbs impact like bubble wrap, deploying in moments from a simple pump. When the sky turns green and everyone else is sprinting for a garage they don't have, your car rides out the storm wrapped in armor and emerges without a single mark. Reversing into a tight space while guessing at the inches behind you is a daily gamble that ends in scraped bumpers and cracked taillights. This wireless system removes the guesswork. 4 discrete sensors read the distance to anything behind you and sound a clear, escalating tone as you close in faster and faster until you stop. No professional wiring or dashboard surgery to deal with, and the display shows the gap in real numbers, so you always know precisely how much room is left. Suddenly, the trickiest parallel park or crowded garage is something you handle without ever holding your breath. Factory headlights surrender exactly where the real adventure begins, on a black trail, with no streetlights for miles. This LED light bar floods that darkness with a wall of daylight white beams, revealing the road, the wildlife, and the obstacles long before you reach them. Built to survive mud, rain, and brutal vibration, it bolts onto trucks, jeeps, and SUVs with ease. When the pavement ends and the night closes in, it turns midnight into high noon. The car alarm that only screams when a door opens is a relic. Modern thieves are smarter than that. This system layers real protection across the whole vehicle. A shock sensor reacts the instant someone touches the glass. Keyless remotes lock and unlock from a distance, and an engine cutoff feature can stop the car from being driven off at all. The siren turns every head in the lot, and the remote keeps you aware from across the garage. It transforms a vulnerable target into a car that fights back the moment anyone tries their luck. Dim, yellowing headlights creep up on you slowly until one rainy night, you realize you can barely make out the lane lines. Swapping in these LED bulbs is a 15-minute fix with a transformative result. A crisp, brilliant white beam that throws light farther and wider than tired halogens ever could. Oncoming drivers spot you sooner, hazards appear earlier, and the whole front of the car looks sharper. Better vision, more reaction time, and a far safer drive after dark. Step out of a high-end car after dark, and a crisp logo glows on the pavement to greet you, a small detail that signals money before a word is spoken. These wireless projectors bring that same welcome to any car. A magnet senses the door opening and casts a sharp, bright emblem onto the ground, then powers off the instant you close it. They press into place in minutes and run on their own batteries, without tools, wiring, or any damage to your car. Every time a door swings open, your car makes an entrance. From here on, every upgrade earns its spot. These are the ones that genuinely change how your car feels to live with. Warm soda and a soggy cooler full of melting ice are the quiet defeats of every long drive. This 12-volt fridge ends that compromise for good. It genuinely refrigerates and even freezes, holding drinks, snacks, and groceries at a precise temperature straight off your car's power, freeing you from melting ice and the daily refill ritual. Road trips stay stocked, campsite dinners stay fresh, and a grocery run in summer heat no longer becomes a race home. It turns the back of your car into a kitchen that travels wherever the road leads. Every lane change hides one real danger, the slice of road your mirrors flatly refuse to show. This blind spot system watches it for you. Sensors track vehicles creeping up beside you and flash a clear warning light exactly where your eyes naturally land before merging, then sound an alert if you signal anyway. It's the kind of guardian that used to come only on new cars. Now, watching the road, your own eyes can't. Your favorite song is missing something you can't quite name, the deep bass you're supposed to feel in your chest, not just here. This slim subwoofer slides under a seat where nobody even notices it, then fills that void with rich, room-shaking low end. Its built-in amplifier tunes the depth to your taste, and the whole thing tucks completely out of sight. Every song you've played 100 times suddenly reveals a foundation you never knew it had. An ordinary commute becomes a private concert. One quiet beep on the dashboard can save you a fine, points, and a very bad afternoon. This detector scans the road far ahead for radar and laser signals, then alerts you with voice and a clear display long before trouble is in sight, while smart filtering silences the false alarms from automatic doors and other cars. Mounted on the windshield and powered in seconds, it keeps you fully aware on unfamiliar roads, less surprise, more control, and a calmer kind of confidence behind the wheel. Two identical cars can feel worlds apart the moment one of them starts, and sound is the reason. This performance muffler swaps a muted factory drone for a deep, aggressive growl that announces the car before you even see it. Beyond the unmistakable tone, the freer-flowing design lets the engine breathe out more easily, so it pulls a touch cleaner on the open road. Idle at a light and heads turn, open it up, and the note hardens into something truly thrilling. It hands an ordinary engine the voice of a machine that means business. Stepping into a car that's been baking in the sun can feel like climbing into an oven, and the factory air takes its sweet time catching up. This portable cooler attacks the heat instantly. Powered by the 12-volt socket and a tank of water, it blows a stream of chilled, refreshing air exactly where you're sitting, sparing you the wait for the engine and the sting of a scorched steering wheel. Compact enough to sit on the dash or console, it sips power and never strains the engine the way the factory system does. It's a lifesaver in summer traffic, on camping nights, or any time the cabin turns into a furnace. Changing a flat the old way means sweat, a stubborn cross-wrench, and 20 minutes on your knees in the dirt. This electric kit erases all of it. Plug the powered jack into the 12-volt socket, and the car rises on its own at the push of a button, while the included impact wrench spins lug nuts off and on in seconds. What used to be a miserable roadside ordeal becomes a calm 2-minute job you could finish in good clothes, the single most satisfying upgrade for the day you least expect to need it. Tucked inside every engine is a little more power than the factory ever lets you feel choked off by a restrictive airbox built for silence, not speed. A cold air intake sets it free. By feeding the engine a bigger, cooler, less obstructed stream of air, it frees up a little extra power and a throaty growl that swells every time you accelerate. Installation takes about an hour, the washable filter lasts for years, and the result is a car that pulls harder and sounds alive, genuine performance you feel on every on-ramp. Long drives leave their mark a stiff back and shoulders that ache long after you park. This cushion turns that grind into relief, working your back with Shiatsu nodes, kneading rollers, and gentle vibration, while soothing heat melts the tension away. It runs straight off the car and lets you pick the zone and intensity, turning the most punishing stretch of traffic into a slow exhale instead of a fresh ache. A dead battery has a cruel sense of timing a dark parking lot, a freezing morning, nobody around to help. This pocket-sized jump starter ends that helplessness completely. It frees you from hunting for a second car, digging out cables, or waiting on a stranger. Clamp it on, and it fires a dead engine back to life in seconds, then doubles as a phone power bank and a bright emergency light. Safe enough to use without a single spark, it lives in your glove box as pure peace of mind. It's the line between a 5-minute hiccup and a day stranded on the shoulder. Now the top 10 these are the upgrades that don't just improve your car, they completely transform it. Number 1 still doesn't feel real. Plugging in a cable every single time you climb into the car is the kind of tiny chore that slowly wears on you for years. This little adapter deletes it forever. Connect it once, and from then on your phone links to CarPlay or Android Auto the instant you sit down. Maps, music, calls, and messages live on your screen wirelessly while your phone stays in your pocket or charging out of sight. It erases the cords, the fumbling, and the daily ritual in one move. The smartest part of your dashboard finally cut loose from a wire. A car rolling through the dark with light pooling beneath it turns every head on the block. This Underglow kit wraps the whole underbody in color you command from your phone, 16 million shades, beats that pulse to your music, or a slow glow that drifts as you drive. Waterproof strips hide flush against the frame, so the light seems to rise from the road itself. Pull up to a meet or a stoplight, and the whole street knows your car arrived. look down at the dashboard for even a single second, and that's a full second your eyes are off the road. Borrowed straight from fighter jets, this head-up display projects your speed in glowing numbers onto the windshield, right in your line of sight. The information floats in the glass ahead of you, adjusts to day or night, and reads at a glance. So your eyes never leave the road, yet you never miss a thing. Most cars feel sluggish off the line for a reason that has nothing to do with the engine, a deliberate lag built into the factory throttle. This controller erases it, plugging into the gas pedal in minutes with no tools and no permanent changes, then sharpening every press into an instant response. Switch modes from your phone for gentle cruising or aggressive launches. Nothing under the hood changes, yet the car feels reborn. Stuck in traffic, every car around you looks the same except the one running this. Mounted across the rear windshield, it flashes custom text, animations, and messages to the drivers behind you, all controlled from your phone. Send a thank you, a playful warning, or a glowing design. In a sea of identical taillights, it's one of the boldest ways to make your car unforgettable. Older cars get left behind in one glaring way, stranded before the smartphone era, with no navigation and no modern screen. This portable touchscreen drags any vehicle into the present, mounting on the dash and delivering full wireless CarPlay and Android Auto without touching your factory stereo. Maps, music, calls, apps, even a backup camera. For a fraction of a new car's price, your old ride suddenly feels brand new. Few upgrades change a vehicle as completely as lifting it off the ground. A leveling and lift kit raises the stance, erases the factory nose down rake, and opens room for bigger, more aggressive tires. The result doesn't just look tougher, it conquers trails, deep snow, and rough job sites that would stop a stock vehicle cold. It's the transformation that turns an everyday daily driver into something built to go anywhere. A sudden crash leaves a furious driver pointing the finger at you, and without footage, it's just your word against theirs. This mirror dash cam records the road ahead and behind at once on a sleek touchscreen that replaces your rear view mirror. The rear camera doubles as a crisp backup display, the wide view kills blind spots, and parking mode keeps watch while you're away, silent backup that settles the argument before it even starts. One plug, and the whole cabin melts into slow drifting color. This projector throws rippling waves of light and soft nebula clouds across the ceiling, swirling and shifting through shades as they roll overhead. It runs off a single USB port, tilts to any angle, and floods the interior in seconds. Setup takes nothing more than plugging it in. Park somewhere quiet, lean your seat back, and the space above you turns into a slow, living light show you won't want to drive away from. Nothing on this list transforms a car from the inside like this. A Starlight headliner threads hundreds of fiber-optic points across the roof, recreating a private galaxy of twinkling stars above your head. With a tap, the colors shift, the stars shimmer, and an ordinary ceiling becomes the night sky. It's the signature feature of the world's most expensive cars, now achievable in almost any vehicle. Watch every passenger fall silent the moment it lights up. That's 50 ways to take your car to the next level. Which one would you add first? Let me know below. Like the video if it earned it, and subscribe. The next list is already loading, and it's even crazier.